They taste just like the ones I'd buy in Japan, swears one of my readers. But what's the quiet detail that keeps dorayaki authentic? Stick around and I'll show you how. For a printable version of this recipe, visit my website, just Google dorayaki Sudachi to find me. Crack 2 eggs into a mixing bowl and add 70 grams of sugar, 1/8 teaspoon of fine salt, and 1.5 tablespoons of honey. Whisk until smooth and a little frothy. This is a soft, malty base. Sift 120 grams of cake flour and ½ teaspoon of baking soda directly over the bowl. I opt for cake flour in this recipe. Don't have cake flour? All-purpose flour works fine. I like my dorayaki quite fluffy, but some traditional makers prefer all-purpose for a slightly sturdier and chewier pancake. Also, baking soda over baking powder, I've tested both, and baking soda reacts with the honey, creating more even browning with just as much fluffiness. Whisk just until most dry streaks disappear. It's fine if a few tiny lumps remain at this point. Drizzle in ½ teaspoon of neutral oil. Something flavorless like vegetable canola or rice bran oil works best, and fold it in with just 5 to 10 strokes. Stream in 3 tablespoons of room temperature water and whisk briefly until the batter is pourable and silky. As always, all ingredients and exact measurements for this recipe can be found in the description box below. Transfer the batter to a spouted container like a measuring jug, cover it and refrigerate for 15 minutes. That little pause lets the flour fully hydrate and the batter thicken. Preheat a non-stick or well-seasoned pan over low to medium-low heat to 170 to 180 degrees Celsius. Lightly oil the surface with a paper towel, wiping until only a thin film remains. Excess oil causes mottled spots, and we want beautiful, even golden pancakes. Give the batter a quick stir to redistribute the ingredients. Now pour it in one steady spot so it spreads into a neat circle about 8 cm across. For the size, 22 to 25 grams, just over 1 tablespoon per cake, is a good target. Don't swirl the spoon around, just let gravity shape the round naturally. Cook the first side until 2 or 3 surface bubbles break and leave tiny craters. This takes about 60 to 120 seconds. Watch those bubbles carefully, they're your cue, not the clock. Slide a thin spatula under the cake and flip gently. Cook the second side for 40 to 60 seconds, just until set and lightly coloured. Before each new pour, rub on a thin film of oil and wipe it off to leave only a sheen. This prevents sticking without creating those freckled spots from oil pooling. If your pan fits, cook 2 to 3 at a time with space between them. My pan is quite small, so for the sake of perfect shaping, I'm sticking to 1 at a time. If bubbles race across the surface and the color darkens too fast, your pan is too hot. Lower the heat and wait 30 seconds before continuing. Time for the star of the show, the Anko. Weigh out 300 grams of sweet red bean paste. Both smooth koshian and chunky tsubuan work beautifully here. It's down to your preference. I've got 150 grams of each. Spread about 2 tablespoons of your filling on the flat side of the pancake, concentrating it slightly thicker in the center and thinner at the edges, leaving a 5mm border. Assemble while the skins are still warm. Moisture migration helps the edges seal, which is why timing matters here. Feeling adventurous? You can try variations like mixing matcha or cocoa powder into white bean Anko paste, folding in fruit puree or whipped cream, adding a part of salted butter or cream cheese for a sweet salty combo. But for your first time, stick with classic Anko. It's nostalgic comfort at its best. Top the red bean paste with another pancake and press it down gently to seal. To enjoy them at their best, let them rest for 10 to 15 minutes so the moisture can redistribute. It's a short rest that is totally worth it. And there you have it, dorayaki, 2 tender pancakes held together with a generous head of sweet red bean paste. The exterior is soft and springy with that gorgeous golden hue. while the Anko filling brings earthy sweetness and satisfying texture. Want even more delicious recipes? Grab my free cookbook from the link in the description. Okay, let's go over the ingredients one more time. And if you're ready to cook, grab the written instructions by clicking the full recipe box with a picture that's about to pop up on your screen. Here we go, the link to the full recipe is on the screen for you now, and if you want to watch more similar videos, don't miss my dessert recipe playlist popping up on your screen as well. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.